Hi, I'm Patrick Leonard, and the next time you're in the voting booth, I want you to think outside the box about what you put inside the box. Vote Libertarian. It's the party of the young, the caring, and the conscience. It's a modern American party that solves modern American problems and reflects modern American values. To vote Libertarian, you have to ask yourself two questions. One, is the current system broken? And two, is voting Libertarian right for you? I think the answer is yes to both of those. The current system is broken. Economically, we are at one of the hardest times since the Great Depression. Our budgets reflect our poor leadership values. We burden future generations without their consent, and we interrupt our own sovereignty as we borrow from other countries. The Libertarians advocate for a U.S. constitutional amendment called the Balanced Budget Amendment that would not allow any budget in the future to be passed if it wasn't completely balanced. Socially, we are also the new party, the young, the caring, and the conscious. We believe that we should aid those in need, but not have it come from the government. Individuals should have a right to choose what policies and what things they want to support as they try to make the world a better place. As the world becomes more secular and the United States becomes a more socially accepting place, we need a party that's going to reflect those values. As an aging and more secular population emerges, more traditional views on certain policies have changed. We want to advocate for marriage equality, racial equality, worker equality, the freedom of choice with women's rights, and gun control. Also, the decriminalization of illegal drugs. So, that means that we really do reflect common core American values. The great Emerson, American philosopher, believed in self-reliance, something that was true to American parties long ago and has been lost and used as a blindfold to the American population through the three terms life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness are in the preamble of the Libertarian Party's agenda. We believe in life. We believe in government should protect a person from threats of violence. We should protect our life. But no more further than that. We don't need to reach out into foreign borders and fight wars for the threats of our lives. We need a standing army, but that defends the common defense. Not a less technologically savvy army, not a smaller army, just an army that is intended for defense. We believe in liberty. The freedom of speech and action should never be abridged by a government. In fact, any government agency that wants to do so should be abolished immediately. So yes, that's you, the FCC. No longer will we use taxpayer money to let you know what we can and cannot listen to and can and cannot say. Finally, the pursuit of happiness, and most specifically, the private property and how it is protected. No more can you take my house because you want to build a stadium in Brooklyn for a basketball team. No longer can you take my land because you think there's energy below it. It is my land and not yours. No more personal property tax, no more income tax. No more taxes on big business either. Let the free market decide what is right and what is wrong. Let me give you an example. A man in Texas is a plumber. He goes door to door because he's lost his job as he looks for work. He used to work for a plumbing company and worked there for 3 years. Under Texas law, you need a state license to practice plumbing in the state. Now, the company got around it on a sneaky technicality where they had someone on site that was licensed. Now, of course, this guy did not go to every site for his license, but he did mark himself there when he was there. So the customer thought that they were getting a licensed technician to do their plumbing. So the state finally, when they finally find the issue, and it took 3 years, and then the company had to let the gentleman go. So this gentleman who's practiced plumbing, he's fixed toilets, repaired leaks, done all the work of a regular plumber, now is out of a job because he doesn't have a state license. The state took 3 years just to figure it out, and the company had been going behind people's backs just to get it. And now they also lose a really great plumber that they had. Finally, the customer, who thought this entire time their work under Texas law would have been done by a licensed professional, was wrong. So, what does this mean? And why is it important to libertarians? Libertarians would advocate for the abolishment of all licensures. No more does the state have to tell you if you're able to work or not able to work to a certain level. If an individual worker wants to get themselves a certification to make themselves more attractive in the job market, then feel free to do so. If a company wants to hire only certified people, then they can do so as well. But if a customer wants to doesn't want to pay for a certified plumber, then they can do so as well. Let the free market decide. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, the party of the caring, young, and conscious. This is what the libertarian is all about, and this is what they care about the most. So ask yourself this: are you for equality? Are you for freedom? Are you for small government that's more representative of the area that you live than the borders that were drawn for you a long time ago? People in Northern Virginia, we're more like D.C. and Southern Maryland residents than we are of anywhere else in the state. Why should we let a delegate in Southwestern Virginia choose for us if we can pave a road in Northern Virginia from a state house in Richmond? We're probably more in tune to other metropolitan areas all over the country than we are to these people that have a vote and a decision on our lives. Small governments, individual responsibility, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If you're starting to like what you hear so far, you're not alone. Studies have shown that despite the fact that Libertarian gets less than 5% of a general electorate vote every year, 17 to 23% of Americans would actually align with the Libertarian Party if they felt like it wasn't a wasted vote. So, don't be afraid. You're not alone. Go out and vote for the young, the caring, and the conscious. Go out and vote for a modern American party that solves modern American problems and reflects modern American values. Thanks a lot. And next time you're in the voting booth, think outside the box about what you check inside the box.